one side so the camera can.
I know.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah. We can't do that.
You know what? We could put a chair of any kind. We have bowling chairs out the wazoo right there for her.
You guys are
And we could be either this side or
Hey boys and ghouls, Moon Girl here. My name is Sarah Garcia, but you guys may know me as Moon Girl. And for being intuitive medium, paranormal investigator, actress, writer, producer, and for all the different divinations I do use, and you're watching the Spirit Realm Network. Today we have something really special. We're at the Lavaca jail with the caregivers, Debbie and Lisa. We're gonna do a little Q&A because I love knowing the history. So if you did tune in with us yesterday, we did a little teaser of what's to come today, but today is the main event. We have a couple of things here. Also, please stay tuned because depending on how many likes and shares we get, I will be sleeping upstairs alone in the dark in the jail. Now, I will be the first woman to ever do this besides the other prisoners. So please make sure to like and share this. If we get 100 likes and shares, I will do it with the lights on, and if I get over 200 likes and shares, I will sleep in there with the lights off. So, fair game, all up to you guys. Again, I'll be the very first woman who ever does it, and yes, I am very ballsy, so I'm more than happy to do it. Once they said no one else has done it, I'm like, oh no, I gotta do it. I gotta do it, bro. So, I love history. I love knowing history. I don't want to just go in there. Well, I went in there blindly, but I want to know the background for the audience. So please tell me a little bit of the history. All I know is that it was like made in 1885 and it was a co-ed jail, which is very fascinating to me. And it was from 1885 to 2005. So guys, very recently, we have like about 16 years gap here. So Deb, please tell me a little bit about the history.
The jail was built in 1885, closed in 2005, making it the second oldest continuously operating jail in Texas.
Love Texas, South Texas, my people.
It was operational until 2005. Twice the jail was flooded with 8 feet of water. Once in 1940, once in 1981. So eventually it got to the point where they needed more room. They wouldn't allow them to expand in this location because we're in a flood danger area. And the county wouldn't even use it for storage, so it ended up being for sale, and that's how Rita Inc. got it. Lisa and I are the property managers here who take care of it, do the restoration work. The original property...
Yes, what was it prior to the jail?
The original property, there was an old house that belonged to Marshall D.W. Merritt, who lived here for, I swear I don't know how many years, but he donated the property for the jail to be built. And it was built connected to his house. So you could walk from his house straight into the jail. So traditionally, sheriffs always lived here with their families. So that back house was still utilized for living room space, kitchen, kids' bedrooms probably.
So I did get child energy prior to, sorry to interrupt you, but prior to this, I spoke to her and gave her a reading over the phone, hoping to connect with energies here through her, which we did do, and then we did another one yesterday. So we're also going to talk about that, see how it coincides, if any. But since she did mention children, I got children, so I'm pretty sure there was children here.
There are a lot of children.
Yeah.
That house went away in the 1981 flood. And at that point, sheriffs were no longer living here with their families. So it was replaced with a tin manufactured building primarily for kitchen, laundry, and additional administrative space. So a lot of people report getting activity back there. Sorry, Jim. And picking up children back there because that was once their home. And we had an early sheriff, John Hutchins, who had 6 children. 2 of his children's funerals were in that house right there.
His daughter Maud was born in that house, died in that house, and had her funeral in that house.
So he kept getting girl in the reading.
Yeah, when we were talking, you kept getting the children.
Yeah, I felt it, and I was like,
She's
why
in
is
the old
there...
house now.
I was like, why is there children? I know it's a jail, but okay.
But it was always a co-ed jail
Yeah.
because it was the county jail. It was the only jail there was, so And up until, I think we found 1923, there were a number of public hangings done here. There was a gallows.
Another story about that.
There is a it was a gallows, not anymore.
Not anymore.
In a certain area of the yard where we sleep. Later became an EMS office, and we found 23 public hangings that took place here.
That's a lot.
There were a number of custodial deaths upon that we found here. A few alleged suicides, some unexpected.
Alleged.
Yeah, heavy on the alleged. But you know, this was a small Wild West kind of town. It was in the Guinness Book of World Records.
Oh, I had no idea.
In 1913, it was the only city in the world that had 13 letters in its name. We had 13 saloons around the square.
13 brothels.
13 newspapers. So, you know,
Go Texas! I'm just kidding.
there was a newspaper for every saloon. But yeah, 13 churches, saloons, newspapers. And we're fledgling to find one. But it was small town justice, a lot of cattle rustling, a lot of rough cowboys. So you know that a lot of bad things probably happen here.
Absolutely.
Tell us a little bit more about how the flood affected the jail and the closing, not only the closing of it, but what it actually did, you know, to the jail.
Yeah, in 1940, the first big one that had any information on, there were a number of lost laws. The jail was built with 8 feet of water. Of course, none of this was here. It was just the original jail building in the house. But somehow they lived through it. On our search for like original jail records, I showed you we have one of the ledgers from 1927 to 47 and went through every county thing there was to try to find the first one, which we can only assume was lost in that original flood, because these floods weren't like gradually coming up where anybody knew. Jim, so that house went away back there in 5 minutes. They had no warning, and even in 1981, they didn't have the weather data capabilities, I guess they do now.
And they had the WDs getting the prisoners out of the windows in the front because they were spending time together and get them out front.
They had to, former deputies said we had to tie prisoners together upstairs with ropes, get them down the stairs through our old break room windows to that hill across the street. And no, can't imagine
8
doing
feet
that.
came up real fast. So,
It does, but because of where it is and its proximity to the possibility of that happening again, the county would not expand here or even use it for storage. So we salvage and save history and historic buildings. So
And they did a great job.
been working on it for 6 years and transforming it to the original facade, a museum to promote history awareness for the community.
Lots of blood, sweat, and tears.
They're amazing guys, by the way. Thank you again, Debbie and Lisa. They were like so sweet. I instantly fell in love with them. As soon as I heard her voice when I got here, I was like, oh my God, I love them. They're so awesome, sweet, and they take care of this place. They put a lot of work here. Yes, absolutely.
Just so you know, you won't be leaving tomorrow. We're gonna lock you in a cell.
Thank you.
Keep you here.
No, when I first got here, I was instantly drawn to the backyard. And I was like, I feel there's something here. So please tell us about the history of the backyard. What was the backyard?
Well, the rec yard, these downstairs cells that we're in right now were newer modern cells that were added adjacent to the original structure of the jail in 1976.
It's like 100-year span between.
Oh, wow. That's a hot minute.
So then the outside rec yard was added. But some of the history that I've read and looked at, there's a lot of small town legendary and stories passed down, and some of those included, think of it as you got a small town jail, one sheriff, you got a police force yet, you might have a deputy, probably not, but your job is to, whatever prisoner you have, take care of him all day, feed him. And you know that there were a lot of people that you end up in a town like this where nobody knows you, nobody even knows you're here, your chances of survival sometimes were probably pretty slim. So I've had stories told to me of people being drugged through the backyard to the river and just floating away.
Which runs right behind the back.
Runs right back there.
Back there at one time.
Until the 81 flood and washed away.
Yeah. So.
I had a psychic here, and it's funny because when you called me, our first conversation, and she said this distinctly, she's going through things she said. She says, so I see like 2 law enforcement officers in the backyard, and somebody's dead, and they didn't mean to do it.
Sounds about right.
I'm gonna cry. But I had a psychic here that told me that same thing, that things got out of hand, that they killed someone accidentally, and this was probably, I'd say in the 1800s, but that knowing that they were filled with remorse over it, and trying to bury him in the backyard. And it was just so weird. You came up with that same exact story, and I've never told that to anybody.
I didn't know any of this. I didn't even know this place existed.
Yeah. A lot of people don't.
Our pipes froze and broke recently and washed away a bunch of the backyard. And I had a friend of mine, Joe, come over and help me level it out a bit. And I'm like, please don't dig up the body.
Oh, but I can get the deer bones.
It's like 2 more feet. I'm like, yeah, just stop. And I really believe that I would not be surprised to find bodies buried in the backyard.
No, there's stuff there.
Or,
there's definitely stuff there. I kind of want to poke around sometime. Maybe on our next trip. If you allow us.
you know, there were tragic things like that that happened because it was commonplace back then.
Yeah.
A lot of things you won't find any records of because, as I've been told, some of us don't like paperwork. Things were lost in the flood. Things were lost in a fire, not here, but a county records fire when county seat changed from one place to here, Petersburg to here. It was like a feud.
And they don't like paperwork.
They don't like paperwork. But, yeah, I mean, you know, in a place like this, it's going to be haunted just for the simple fact that it's a jail. No one's happy here. A lot of tragic things are going to happen. Abuse is going to happen.
A lot, which I did feel and I picked up. A lot of abuse.
Yes.
But when you get into a place this old and you know the state of the town from back then, it's just like, oh yeah, this is going to be awesome. And this has never been a disappointment.
No, never.
On our way over here, like after the airport, I told Jim, the owner of the Spirit Room Network, shout out to Jim, love him. He's so awesome and amazing, super talented. I just love him too. I told him I keep seeing fire. I saw fire and I go, oh, I know it has nothing to do with me. I knew it had something to do with you guys. I came here and I'm like, okay, I got fire. So tell me a little bit about that.
Oh, sorry. I hear people's voices.
All right, so I'm going to tell you this story.
Go ahead. Which story?
So, we have a friend who had a very disturbed property, not in Houseville, but on the outskirts here. It's what actually brought me up here in the first place several years before I even knew the jail was there. They had an old hanging tree on their property, and they had a lot of paranormal activity happening on their property, and her husband's kind of hot-headed, I guess you'd say. So there's an old hanging tree out there. He gets upset one night and decides he's going to burn it down. And she calls me like, "Hey, Joe just set the hanging tree on fire." Yeah, you should.
Abort. Go to the hotel.
You should move right now. So anyway, she brought me a couple of
pieces of the hanging
pieces
of the burnt pieces.
The burnt pieces from the tree, and she said, "I just wonder if
anybody will pick
A,
up
you're interested, or if you'd like to have these in the jail just for some of the experiments you do or something."
Absolutely.
So we placed those around,
And it wasn't that long ago.
and I forgot where they even are. But it's
the
funny
first thing you
because
said, and we were talking about
we
that.
were talking about it right before you pulled in, and she said, "I wonder if she'll pick up anything on these burnt pieces of the hanging tree." And you go, "Oh yeah, I got this fire." And we looked at each other, and I mean,
And you were thinking something else, but my mind immediately went to that.
yeah, I had a spontaneous fire in my garage. Nothing to do with this. Yeah.
I also got, and I told Jim too, I go, because I work with my chokers and stuff, and I told you too, I go, I feel, and when we're outside, right, where you sleep, I was like, I feel like this is itching and scratching and it's choking me. It's not on
You should say it for the gallows.
The gallows were right there, guys.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to give you guys another little reading, and then we'll get into more of the stuff from the other readings that I gave you, and then we'll do this one and just put it all as a puzzle and see what the hell resonated with you.
Yeah.
The
So
missing pieces.
There are a lot of missing pieces.
Yeah.
She's already given me though a lot of confirmation on things that I've already gotten.
Yeah.
the letter K could be of significance here, but we'll see. No. And sick. In an earlier reading that I gave you yesterday, I got sick. And I got the Wheel of Fortune with it. To me, somebody died of a sickness. And it's just showing back again. So let's see. And we'll get into that. Okay. D, K, D, so those letters could be of significance as well, but we'll look into it with tarot. P, DP. That kind of feels more right to me. DP, PD, PD.
PD, police department. We got another police department through.
Oh, okay. What else? Tell me about this. Please talk to me. Please talk to me. Actually, does anybody want to talk? Does anybody want to talk? Guys, if you don't know, we are in a cell right now, okay? And there has been a couple of things that happened in the cell and the ones next to us. So we're hoping to get something. I'm sorry. They're stuck here. Which we did get a lot of yesterday as
Yeah,
well.
we did.
We got a
Yeah.
bunch. Even on the upstairs when I did the reading over there. Let's see. Do you want to say anything else? I'm also feeling hot. And not like hot because it's hot in here. I'm feeling like a sense of heat. Do you want to talk to us, please? Does anybody in here want to talk? Does anybody in here want to talk? Through the cards, please. I keep seeing this card. It hasn't come out, but I'm just going to get a side note, unfinished business. It keeps showing itself to me. Let's see if it comes out. Does anybody want to talk? Does anybody want to talk? Okay. Can you feel me? I did feel him touch me yesterday in my leg, but it wasn't in a forceful, ugly way. It was like very curious. Very curious. So let's mess around with some of these. Actually, I kind of want to mess around with this, and then we'll do some tarot. This is one of the cards that came out yesterday. It was unfairness, which I felt like it was unfair treatment.
there's a lot of that in there.
Yeah. I do feel, and I've told you this before, that there was definitely people getting taken advantage of here. And the guards, sheriffs, they were definitely taking advantage of people here. I do feel rapes.
I'm sorry.
Look, you see? Lost secrets, and it fell right on top of I'm sorry. I do feel that they definitely took advantage of everyone, but especially the women upstairs. They definitely did. They had their way with the women there. They even let them go amok with some of the prisoners as well.
That wouldn't surprise me.
We were amazed at how many women were actually prisoners here when we
Yeah.
started looking through the ledger. And some of the names were the same, frequently, so.
Nightmares, and it fell right on the P. So there could be a letter P of significance or DP, like we were talking PD. If you can tell, this looks like chains on here, like handcuffs.
Mm-hmm.
You guys can tell. So definitely, and I've always said this, that this up here always looks like bars to me. It reminds me of bars. So definitely nightmares. And I told you this yesterday, I feel like they visit you through your dreams. But what I'm getting more here with that is, there was definitely no sleep here, basically. Like you had to keep an eyeball out. Wise old man. Okay, so somebody here may know the truth about something. An elder, someone who's been here, who might still be alive. I feel like they know, like they kept a secret. They kept secrets here.
I'm sure.
Thought, plans, look in this water.
Yeah.
Someone stuck here because of the water with the flood. What else, please? What do you want to tell us, please? Disagreements. There's definitely disagreements here. This, look, funny that is lost secrets, I'm sorry, wise old man, and good gossip. You see, I told you. He's keeping secrets. Definitely. I wonder who this is. Anything else? Good health. Can you feel me? Disagreements. I kind of feel like, to be honest, someone came in here one way and left a different
Good
way.
health and nothing.
Not
Left dead.
Yeah.
I'm sure some of that happened.
Travel problems. Someone here had problems with their legs here. Somebody else moved here. They moved him here. Good transformation. Good parties. Well,
That'd be us.
that'd be you guys. No, I kind of feel like there was something that led them to come here, which we did get with you earlier the other day when I told her, when I spoke to her, I said I felt like somebody got hit in the head, and I felt like it was like a younger guy, and I felt like nose like bleeding, and I heard, I don't belong here. I don't belong here. I was just out having fun. I was just out at a party. And then you told me
Which
what?
fits right into
Absolutely does.
the whole Cody story of a young guy who's like
Is it K, Cody with a K or a C?
I don't know. It was pre the ledger that we have access to, but
Oh, just interesting that we.
the information that we got was he was a young cowboy, not a gunslinger, but was hit in the head with a beer bottle or a whiskey bottle in a saloon on the square and was brought here for a bar fight and died from that head injury like the next day. But he's been very mischievous.
He was young though.
Yes.
Yeah, very young.
He was young because I told you also another reading. I was like, I was just a kid. I was just a boy.
Yeah, I'm thinking he was like 18.
Yeah, very,
something like
very
that.
young, a baby. I have a 15-year-old. I mean, to me, they're babies.
Or maybe even Horace, who was killed on a runaway horse.
He was killed when he was 8 years old. Sheriff John Hoochin's son was 8 years old. Ironically, his name was Horace and killed by a runaway horse. His funeral was here, but he did not die on his property.
But I'm wondering, if you fall off a horse.
I don't know what kind of injury that he had, but I mean,
It was a long time.
The Cody thing was certainly described like a major gash in your freaking skull, and
I felt a headache, and prior to that, I had done a live on my Facebook Live page, and I got the same thing, a head injury, somebody hurt from the head, and I was like, okay, that's just my life. So when I spoke to her, I got the same energy again. So I'm like, this is the same, trying to...
I know that guy.
Because I also got people who did resonate with it on my live. So I was like, okay, it's just for them.
Yeah.
But the same energy
you
when
really
I talked to
described him
her,
too.
I was like, the head, young. This fell out right now. We have the King of Swords and the Queen of Cups in reverse. So someone here basically is, and can you feel me, very upset, an ugly, ugly person. Quite emotional and angry here. This is what I'm getting. I kind of feel the king, he's of authority, in which I did tell you earlier that I felt like there was, in other readings, I felt like there was somebody of authority who was basically a very narcissistic, horrible person, okay? And I do think that he definitely hurt a lot of people on purpose, for sure here. And I want to be able to speak the truth of what I feel, because I feel it's important for the spirits here to know that I know the truth, and they feel like they have no voice, and they couldn't say anything because they were of authority. I know the truth. There was a sheriff, there was here guards who were hurting them, who were taking advantage of them, who did kill them. So that's the truth. Take it how you want to take it. By the way, here you are.
In most old-timey jails, I mean, there's going to be some history of that.
Speaking of which, we have Hangman, which is Pisces energies, which also signifies a traitor. They view him as a traitor because he should have been here to serve and protect, which did not happen, and we did get that yesterday as well. So let's see. Abundance in reverse, 3 of Cups. Celebration my butt. No, this was horrible. This was a horrible place for them. Ace of Coins in reverse, yes. No growth here, obviously. Endings. This was for some of them final call, basically. Final call. Kind of want to do a small little shell. There's much more to the shell readings, guys, and I've explained myself to you about this. But since we're in a live, I'm going to do a very short one. There's usually 16 shells. Well, you can do more. To be honest, it comes out to 14 outcomes because the 2 last ones are roll the dice again. But let's see what we get. I already hear stuck. Yeah, stuck. That's basically what it means. And also, I feel like someone feels like there's just no way out. Someone's definitely scared to cross over because of the consequences, which we did talk about yesterday as well. And this is someone losing all hope, but there's still like a little room for, how do you say, someone can still move forward, but I feel this is a fear. A lot of fear. I kind of, hold on. Please, give me something else. Talk to here, please. Talk to here. I keep seeing you. Before we leave. Warning. Alone. There's others people here. And watch out. Maybe watch out for tonight.
I know you're going to be alone upstairs. Not worried. Not worried. You got my number. Call me.
So again, guys, thank you so much. This was. Oh, well, let's talk a little bit about. Do you want to talk a little bit about yesterday's cards? Tell me a little bit. Did any of that resonate with you?
I mean, it was so much so fast, but the one thing that I remember, a lot of it came up about the abuse of authority figures and everything. And she says, so you dream about this place a lot? Yeah, I sure do. And she said, the spirits are telling me they try to come to you through these dreams. This kept me up for a while, by the way.
Oh, sorry.
So, and I've talked to her, I have dreams about the jail constantly. And it's always us coming up here, and there's these people here, and I don't know where they came from, they're not supposed to be here, you gotta get out of here.
Really quick, how does that dream make you feel? Because it's just as important.
Angry. Because this is our place, you're trespassing. I don't know who you are, you have no right being here. And I'm screaming at them, but it's like when you try to run in a dream, you can only move so much. It's like I can't verbalize with them. And so when you said they come to you in your dreams, and I'm like, so what if these people that I dream about being there, and I'm upset that they're there, are really the spirits that are here that are trying to let me know they're here. So I'm trying to throw my people out. Not knowing that
They belong
maybe it is those people who belong here who are trying to, I don't know, communicate would be better through a dream. Because it's never anyone that I know. And once I started thinking about it, it's like there was one, it was like I was at they were going through a costume thing because it was clothing out of character
from years
us being here. So when you said that, I'm like, I'm not going to reevaluate my whole life.
Well, we'll work on it. There's other things we can do that will help help you out better tonight. But again, thank you guys so much for doing this little interview with me again. Fall in love with them. They're wonderful.
Blessing to have you here.
It was my pleasure.
And you come back anytime. Please.
My pleasure, Lisa, Debbie. I instantly fell in love with them. Check out Lavaca Jail, guys. Their website.
We're on Facebook, on Instagram.
Plug whatever you want to plug. Check out the t-shirts, get a
Haunted
t-shirt.
Lavaca County Jail.
I need one, I need one. I'm gonna get one and I'm gonna take pictures. So thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Love you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you very
And
much.
stay tuned because we're gonna come back with
And
more
we'll be
stuff.
rooting for you to get some.
Yeah, and remember guys, the
Share.
lights and the share. So I can sleep upstairs alone tonight, guys. With the lights on or off, up to you, your call. And as always, stay magical.
Hey, I want you to do this room real quick. Just go around.
Want to do it right now?
Yeah, do it now.
Okay.
We'll be in touch tonight.
What do
So,
you-
yeah.
Alright, so do
Just
I
go
get
on
up?
to the next- Yeah, all on.
But you don't need us tonight, right?
No, you guys.
Okay.
Bye guys.
Thank you, doll. It was.
Let's put her in orange scrubs. put
I know,
handcuffs
we
on
should.
her, And see what we can make
Throw her
her.
upstairs.
I don't know if I can get up from here or not. What do you think?
Thank you.
You might need a tow truck.
Need a tow truck.
A swing. Alright, well, I can run outside, you can eat anything else.
Yeah.
Cool.
Is it off?
No, no. You want to go to the next room? I'll follow you. I'm gonna pop it out here at the top and we'll go. We are mobile. You can take questions too.
Should we do the very first one or the one right behind us? Okay,
Okay.
go
All
ahead.
right. Yo, you go ahead. I'll follow you. I'm following you.
I will follow him. Wherever he
I follow you. Let's set you over here. It's dark in here.
You should talk to the camera right in front of me then, no?
This is good. Get you set up. Check out this room real quick. Okay. Why don't you scoot down a little bit to face the camera this way?
Do you want it this way?
Yeah, but down further on the other side of the cars.
Oh, okay.
Get you set up. It's live, so this is what we have to do.
Yeah, this probably works out better.
Get you there.
I felt really hot in that other room. We have U-R-Z. You know what that means? They came out, but I wasn't really taking them, so I'll just leave them out anyways.
Tammy wants to know if you received any names yet that can be confirmed.
I think we got a name yesterday with Debbie. You're gonna have to ask her on that one.
Yeah, that was a good question for a few minutes ago.
I'm sorry, yes.
We can answer it
Yeah,
later tonight.
Debbie, you're gonna have to ask Debbie because she remembers a name I said and I can't remember because we did several readings.
Remind me, I'll follow up tonight. We'll follow up, Tammy, tonight with that after 9 p.m. Eastern.
We're gonna have to do some research on that actually, on the names that come out, if and when. I'm feeling a sense of like shaky, and I've been feeling it since the other room. It was my arm, now it's kind of my leg, feels kind of shaky. Don't go. We have a girl here. We've been getting the girl a lot. Oh, and another reading with Debbie, which we forgot to talk about. I did say that we got somebody who said, I didn't kill a girl. And Debbie said she didn't know what I was talking about, and she saw a paper where there was 3 young men who were accused of killing a girl. So we forgot to ask her about that one too. Something else we might ask her about. Does anybody want to communicate, please? Communicate through the cards. Anybody here? Now's your chance. V, killed. We have V and killed. The letter V could be of significance. I'm hearing the name Victor. Alone. Others. Can you see me? Let's try some
My
tarot.
question would be, can you see us?
I'm sure they can see us. We're the ones who need to see them better.
Tammy says they want you to share their stories.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All spirits want, well, the majority of them is some acknowledgement. Because I do feel a sense of confusion. Some of them may not even be aware of what happened. What is this? Tower moment. Something happened out of nowhere. Which we did get over there. Some of them were not even aware that they passed over. Thus a sense of confusion. But happened rather quickly. Game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of Pentacles. Victor.
We have a question.
Okay.
Kina Dorner wants to know, did inmates give birth here or while they were here?
I think some of them definitely had babies.
That came up earlier. We think that the babies were actually started here.
Yeah.
Is what we heard.
There's a sense of waiting here. Like I told you earlier, I feel like somebody's stuck. They've been waiting here for quite a while with others. Look. Because it fell right here. They're waiting for something. They're waiting to move forward. They're waiting on news. They're waiting on acknowledgement. You could be stuck in the other room. What is this? The world. See? They're waiting for a transition to move forward because it was already ending. They want to move forward. There's others here. Tell me about this PT. We have the 8 of Cups here. Leaving. They want to leave, but they're stuck. There's water here, so quite emotional. There's moon
Bonnie
here.
Boggs. Sorry.
There's moon there, so also secrets, deception.
Okay. Bonnie Boggs wants to know, were there any high-profile inmates there that were well-known? That's another good question for Deb that we should ask.
We should ask them, yeah.
These are great questions for tonight, guys. So remind us tonight when we go live at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Juggling. Yeah, a juggling, a sense of confusion here. Also, the King of Cups. I kind of feel like there's, with those 2 cards together, I feel like somebody here, and we did see emotional, somebody here definitely was very, not in the right mind. There was something wrong with them mentally. I'm not making fun of the mentally ill, but somebody here, and I feel like here in this unit, I'm not even talking about upstairs, here, I feel, yeah, somebody here was not all there.
Let's transition to the group. The ones here will go that way.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll cover as much as we can here within an hour and a half.
Okay.
So I'm gonna grab this. Come on out. Now you definitely look like you're in jail. Okay. Do the bars this way.
I'm in jail, guys.
quite welcome, Bonnie. Corpus Christi Spook Central. Great name. Spook Central Paranormal, correction, sorry. Thank you for the good luck tonight. Make sure you join us, 9 p.m. Eastern. So we're going to transition to another cell. We'll do like just a couple card draw
Okay.
in each one and see what you can pick up.
Are we going to do both of these?
Yeah,
All
we're going
these?
to cover them all. So
Okay.
we're going to spend a few minutes in each.
This is so heavy, guys. That is so heavy. That is beyond
See if
heavy.
I can get it. Oh man, I can't even pull this thing. Yeah,
I
I
kinda
can
feel
get
that's
past
over
it
here.
now, too. Okay, hang on.
You gonna sit in here?
Move that door. These were the short-term stay cells. These were for like the drunk tank, I guess. Something like that.
Get some of these and then I'm gonna get some of these. Does anybody here want to talk to me, please? Incomplete. Unfinished business of some kind. Changeable fortune. Deceit, possibly. I kind of feel like somebody chose a different path they were meant to be because of some sort of deceit. There was something that happened here. Women's treachery. So there could have been some kind of lie here. It has something to do with women. I'm also picking up, to be honest, some kind of religious, something to do with religion. There's somebody here who's very angry. Social problems. There's somebody here who, again, there could have been an argument or a dispute that led to something big. Let's get some of these. Look. Huh.
So Corpus Christi Spook Central Paranormal said they were here just a few weeks ago. They'll be back in April. Really cool,
Awesome.
guys. Definitely doesn't disappoint.
Please talk to me. Please talk to me. Please talk to me. What did I tell you about somebody being angry? Look, angry.
Yeah. Old,
No.
haunted old Lavaca County Jail.
We got pay again.
They once
Can you
picked
feel
up-
me?
They once picked up the shower running in the cell. There's no functioning plumbing.
I'm sorry. Sick. What did I tell you about somebody mental illness of some kind?
Yeah.
An unfinished business, which I kept telling you on the other side I kept feeling. All right. Do you want to go to the next one?
Yeah.
To see what we get in the next one?
Yeah, I'll see if I can press behind you here. We'll let you go first. Since you're the paraceleb.
I like that. That sounds
Well,
cute.
you are.
I think he wants to keep talking. We might come back.
Yeah. You got a little more time to come back.
We have a lot to cover, so this is just a little something.
You could leave your stuff there. Just bring the cards. Until people come back. Can you open it?
Yeah, this one is much less heavier than the other one. The other one was, I feel, was extremely heavy.
You want to try sitting over there?
Well, I kind of like this because I have a table.
Okay.
It's easier for me if that's okay.
You're the paraceleb. Whatever you say. Okay, let's get you adjusted.
I don't want to poke at the bear too much over there, but I know somebody wanted to talk. That one over there. I want to do something different here. Here I want to do a little toothpick reading. I know we're like pressed on time, but let me see if I can get anything at all.
Gotta hit margarita happy hour. Mangarita.
We'll go back to the same place if you want, that's fun.
Mangarita.
Mangarita.
Do you have a card for Mangarita?
We should make it in our deck. It's time for margaritas.
Mangarita.
Okay, if anybody here wants to talk, please talk to me through this. I'll try to get the messages as best as I possibly can for you. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of scattered energy. Somebody here didn't know what they were doing. I feel like, again, mental confusion, mental anguish, a lot of, like, I keep seeing, like, my head shake, like someone's head shake back and forth, like, ah. Somebody here was going through something really big. And I also feel like somebody here felt like they were being attacked by all ends. I don't know if they mean physically attacked, or, but actually, it kind of mean more like, since there's so much mental anguish, like they kept getting hit by bad luck, and they were getting it everywhere. A lot of like, I also feel like an entangled, like you're tangled into something that they can't get out of. I'm also getting the letter A of significance. I feel like somebody was just in too deep. I'm also getting like tic-tac-toe, like someone was very like, had to be very precise in something. A lot of confusion, a lot of stuff going mentally. Wasn't all there. A lot of like depression or anxiety or something like that. Somebody here could have possibly been like, I don't know, something to do with their mental health. Bipolar or something like that. I don't know, there's something here with someone's mental health. And again, I'm not trying to make it a joke of it. I'm a huge advocate in mental health, but that's what I'm feeling and seeing. Especially with this. Okay. I'm going to get some cards here as well. Let me just move this out of the way. Anybody want to talk to me? Please talk now. You want to tell me a little bit about what happened? This confusion? Good changes, and it was in reverse. Bad changes. Something happened here. Somebody here was a bit greedy. We also have a nosy woman. Somebody here could have been very nosy. I kept getting like, getting hit by all angles. Ruined plans.
You know what? I just heard something moving over there. Like right around that corner where we just were.
Yeah?
Something like moved. It like rubbed.
Really?
You could hear it going. Yeah, that's why I just walked back and there's nothing there.
Transformation. I know we're in a hurry, so. What is this? Can you feel me? G. Anything else? I saw yes. It didn't come out, but I saw yes. I am here. Sad. It's on the floor.
Oh, wow.
You want to
Yeah.
put that so the camera can see?
Let's see if I can get down there.
No, you should put the camera.
Sad.
And I am here.
It's sad.
Tell you about like mental problems of some kind. And I am here. Thank you. So do you want to move on to the next cell?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, she goes first.
Well, this is gonna
I
take.
love the shelves. That's what I keep putting out. I think the shelves are all popular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's just a limited amount of divinations we can use on a ghost hunt. That's the only problem, you know what I mean? We can't do a palmistry on a ghost. Although I think we could maybe maneuver a TV reading on a location, see what we pick up, but that could be for another show.
So Anita Darby, I hope I said it right,
Uh-huh.
says reading with cards, very interesting. So your whole thing behind this is to do a reading on the cell, the location, rather than a tarot reading on the person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't
It's a little
seen
bit
it.
different. We're trying something different here.
Well, the thing is, it's never been done before. I've seen people do Ouija
Yeah.
boards and a pendulum, which is cool, but I want there to be no, without a shadow of a doubt that.
Can you close that after you tap that? Because I won't be able to get through it. Oh.
Sorry, that was so loud.
As you can see, that's a very heavy door.
Yeah.
It's cut.
Wow.
I'll be right there in a second.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab my stuff here.
You guys like me with more?
Make sure we're streaming.
Good part.
This is actually what undoes the jail. Still functional. Another big steel door. Shimming my way through here. Okay. We'll do shells again, Anita. Hi, Lori.
Hi, everyone.
Lori, Jerome is very curious to see how the shells work.
Okay. Lori, there's a lot more to the shell reading, but since we aren't live and we're going rather quickly, I'm only giving you guys the bare minimum, but you can totally, there's so much more to it. I do shell readings, longer ones on my YouTube, so feel free to head there. I haven't done one in a hot minute, but they're still up there. And, yeah.
Tell everyone about the shower.
The what?
The shower.
The ghost head in the shower?
Yeah, why?
You tell them.
Someone hung themselves there. There was a suicide there in the shower, so that's whenever they have suicides, they usually put something up.
Here, Lori, it was Lori who asked, right?
Lori Jerome.
Lori, I'm gonna do you one better, and I'm going to do a bone reading here. I wasn't too sure to do it or not, if it was gonna give me the right kind of reading, but let's see what I get. We'll wing it, girlfriend.
Let's get you a little closer.
Okay. Wow, that's messed up. Something broke. Okay.
So what are you gonna do?
I normally have this thing I made where I do my bone readings, but I did not bring it, so I'm going to do it this other way. But I'm going to ask anybody who's here to speak to me through the bones.
Violet says, hey girl, I miss your lives.
Oh, thank you, hon. We're working on me getting back on, okay?
We already set up your equipment this morning.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, you're already ready to roll just about.
Does anybody want to talk about your chance? Obviously. Someone said they didn't have the strength to move forward anymore, but we already know this with that. I don't even know why I did this, because this is not even going to have anything to do with that. Let me see. It's funny how, because I cut this down this way for a reason. And it's funny how the two things on top really didn't have anything to do with them being here. Like, you're in jail, what is really money, love, but obstacles, health. Yeah, people's health was not well here, that's for sure. There was a lot of obstacles when it came to health. A lot. A lot of deaths were here. And to be honest, they weren't even caused by them. These were fake suicides. And that's just the truth. I don't care what anybody says. These were fake suicides. Some other people felt like there was just no other way out. There was a lot of mental abuse here. Like, they were just well, physical as well, but it was just a lot of, like, it literally drove people crazy here. Someone didn't have the strength to go on anymore. They have the buffalo tooth in reverse, wishbone in reverse. Yeah, it was hell. A lot of health problems. A lot of stuff to do with health. Was that you?
That was me.
Okay. Yeah. Too many obstacles, too many things here. Some people just, they knew they were never going to leave. They knew they were never going to leave. Okay. Again, there's way more to this bone reading, guys, but since we are doing the live,
Can you do shells and bones?
I'll do bones. I mean, shells again.
Want to do that one over there?
Let's do it right
You
now.
want to do it right there? Okay. You can always do it again over there.
See, I'm getting kind of the same energy. I wouldn't be surprised if I get the same reading, because I feel like someone here feels stuck. I feel stuck. I feel stuck. I don't know if somebody has a question in there. If they have a yes or no question, the answer is a yes. To be honest, I feel like this person is happy that they moved forward. To be honest, I feel like they felt like that was their only way out. They feel happy that they're gone. I know that doesn't seem nice, but it was worse for them being alive.
Yeah, King said that's very sad.
It is very sad. Let me see. Look at the bottom of the deck, it says help.
Hell.
Oh, that just flew. Can you hear me? You heard something earlier, remember?
Yeah, on the corner, on the other side. It's like a dragging sound.
You. He's asking you. Use the cards, please. Use the cards, please. Sense of confusion.